Stick him up.
Ah! What?
You're
Don't
under
you?
arrest. No.
I'm not under arrest.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
essential.
You're essential. That's how I'm arresting you.
There's no arresting me. Oh, why are you arresting me? The count?
I do what I want. I'm a count.
Oh, I see. Oh no, shaping up to be a day like that. I've already been arrested. The microphone is distant again.
No.
Dang, Streamlabs. GOA. Oh my goodness. Good thing I got arrested. You're under arrest.
Oh no. I blame Jeff. Wait.
Oh, it's Jeff's fault.
Okay.
I'm
How is
only
it?
doing what I was told.
How is it distant?
I don't know. Right now. Is it fixed?
Okay, I take it. Okay, what are you taking? Don't take it.
He's taking all of your money.
Oh
Because it's
no.
financial sacrifice day. And so he's doing it.
Financial sacrifice day. That's what April 15th is?
It's April 21st, actually. But yes, but you are living in the past, my friend.
I just meant, like, is that what we're renaming tax day? It's financial sacrifice day.
Financial, it might be. But for some people, it's like the opposite because they get a big old refund.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So is it fixed yet?
Jeff is apparently taking the blame.
Oh, yeah, Jeff. So, Jeff, when you get it fixed, then let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's not really. So, is my audio in OBS correct?
I'm working on it. I don't know what that means. Raka, give us your feedback.
Raka!
Oh, what was that?
You couldn't even hear it because I was distant. I'm socially distant.
No, my.
Oh, hey, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I said Jeff. If it's Jeff's fault, then he needs to fix it,
Oh, okay.
right? Isn't that how it works? If it's your fault, you fix it.
But I thought I was fixing it for Jeff.
Oh, okay. That's a form of sacrifice. Good job.
I'm not gonna pay you though, Jeff. I'm sorry.
You could.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
You always have the option, even if you're not inclined to right now. The option is always there to send any one of us money. You can totally do it.
He said
It's
Joe's
better now.
better.
Which one? Ah. Oh no. Does that mean it's fixed?
No, it means you're better when you're happy. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone's better when they're happy.
I'm better now. Eh. Oh, okay, cool. So it's fixed.
Good work.
You fixed it. Fused. Uh, me too. I'm fused. Hey,
Very
Graham.
fused.
I'm so fused. All right. Welcome, everyone. It's Double Cup of Joe Show. It's Tuesday morning. We made it all the way to Tuesday.
Yes.
I'm surprised and shocked and amazed and just outstandingly excited because today is Financial Sacrifice Day on the Double Cup of Joe Show, which means we're gonna get to hear from Joe about financial stuff because he knows this stuff, man. Like you gotta understand, he knows. You might not even know how much he knows. I don't know how much he knows, but he
I
even
don't either.
passed all the tests.
Passed all the tests.
He did.
Financial sacrifice tests.
That's right.
Yep. You're right. I remember all those.
Man, oh man, he's got the paper to prove it. It's not sitting on his wall behind him because he's a humble guy, man. He doesn't need to do that. But yeah,
That's just in their office.
it's in his office, which is far away.
I have it in my
Are you
wallet.
visiting your office today?
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Okay.
Yep. Once a week.
Working from home today, man.
Home working.
Homework.
Dude,
Oh yes.
I have so many more things on my walls here than I have at work.
Mm. I like that thing better actually. I like the criminal idol tapestry. That's better.
Yeah, it's way cooler than my
It
license.
is. It is. Yeah. I think so. Anyway, welcome everyone. This is our show. This is our morning show, and we just want to start your day off right or continue your day off right because a lot of times you guys are watching and it's not the start of your day, but it's definitely the start of ours. So that's what that's what's amazing for us. Anyway. So
Mhm.
today, the topic is financial sacrifice, which I think is very, very important because, here we go. Oh my goodness, no way. I don't believe it.
Nope.
I do not believe it. Oh, yes, Raka, it's always evening. Princess, good morning. You got up so early. Or maybe she's still up, actually.
Probably
That's
the more
amazing.
likely scenario.
Wow. Wow. Welcome. It's so great to see you. But you came in and yeah. Oh, you woke up.
Oh.
Princess, you are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So anyway, you came on a day when I'm hosting, so it's a hot mess over here. Like we don't even know what's going on.
At
But
least I'm not
anyway,
freezing.
right? It's not a freezing mess; it's a hot mess. Um, but yes, so it's a great day, and we're doing this show to start your day with some talk about sacrificing financially. But before we get into that, we always start with, you guys know it, it's the three-step process. If you don't know it, you're about to. Ah, yes. And so that three-step process is really simple and easy to do, and it will change your life like you wouldn't even believe. It's going to totally change everything. So please participate in the chat if you would like. And the three steps are: what are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to? What are you going to do today to move your life forward? And so we start with, what are you thankful for? I'm going to ask Joe because always got lots to be thankful for. One of the main things he's always thankful for is that he does this show with me first thing in the morning, and he gets to listen to my loud voice first thing in the morning, and it blasts his ears. And yeah, but other than that, what are you thankful for, Joe?
Yeah, that's one of the things. Um, no, I'm thankful for the wonderful people who get up with us this early to hang out and chat and go over the topics that we have. The wonderful, sometimes not easy to deal with um, things we discuss because you don't have to. Like, there's nothing. It's not like we force you to be here. Um, People come of their own accord, and I'm really thankful that such people exist and that they're involved here. So,
Mhm. Me too. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for giving Joe something to be thankful for.
hmm that's all I got left.
Well, good. At least you got something. I'll tell you. So here, have a glass of water. Um, so yeah, so that's step number one. What are you thankful for? Princess is thankful for the opportunity to be here. Jeff is thankful for the people, just like Joe. Man, you guys, great minds think alike today, because you and Jeff are both men of great minds.
Oh.
I just want to get me some of that. My arm disappeared.
Mm.
Ah,
Oh
so,
no! I wonder
but
where that
then
portal goes.
It's
Someone
it's
else's
like the
stream.
void, like yeah. You'll see it on the Twitch stream later, it just appears. But yeah, so that's step number 1. What are you thankful for? Step number 2, what are you looking forward to? Joe, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I am looking forward to some projects that we're working on because as always, I feel like I use this one a lot, so I'm gonna use something different.
Oh,
Um, I've changed my mind. I'm looking forward to catching up with some friends now that
hmm.
I'm past the other day of financial sacrifice, which is tax day. In case everyone didn't know, like I don't see or talk to anyone I know really from January 1st until April 15th. So
You talk to us once in a while, though.
yeah, I talk to you guys once in a while.
You did.
They,
You did. I
they
was impressed. I
basically
was like,
kidnapped me.
yeah, yeah, you're like out of commission.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so I can't go anywhere. So like I can meet with you guys because I don't go anywhere, which is strange to say.
Right. Well, that's one of the beautiful things about everything being online. You can be everywhere and nowhere
Whoa.
all at the same time. I know it's crazy. Crazy, man. I love it. So, but that's the second thing. What are you looking forward to? Princess is looking forward to a productive morning of schoolwork, hanging out with friends. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, and you need to check out Princess. Princess will be on the Twitch stream later. Uh I'm gonna post a link before she does. Watch this one. Watch. Ha! Yeah.
Can you imagine if she beat you?
I know that would be so crazy. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, but that's step number 2. What are you looking forward to? That starts your mind moving in the forward direction where it's like, okay, now we start to clear things up. And if you've ever faced any kind of depression or anything like that, this exercise can be so important in helping you out. But it's amazing. So what are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to? And finally, what are you going to do today? Now we're at the action step. Because nothing happens unless you start acting upon it. The Joe, along with your karate chops. What are you going to do today?
I don't know. What am I going to do today? Isn't that the real question of life?
That's the real question.
No. Today, I'm working on setting up um, kind of software, but I'm just gonna say like the working space
Mhm.
ish for one of our projects that we're working on at BSS. So
Ooh,
yeah, making sure everything is organized and set and easy to understand.
nice.
hmm
Well, I'm excited to see it. Do I have access to that?
No.
Dang. Okay, never mind then. I'm not looking forward to it. It was going to be something I was looking forward to, but nope, not anymore.
Well, I was gonna give you access to it, but since you're not looking forward to it, that's not gonna happen.
Dang it. Nice. Well, that's the three-step process. I mean, it's so simple, and it totally sets your day off going in the right direction, and you can do it multiple times throughout the day, and do this. And I always try to do this while well, I kind of have this little prerequisite to this process where I take a deep breath and I fill my body with life and I smile. Smiling helps. Those of you who are averse to smiling, you should try it. Good, right, Joe?
Yes.
It's like that. The more maniacal you can make, the better. If you can have angry eyes and smile at the same time.
Good luck.
That's perfect. So, yeah, but that's it. So do that every day. It'll change your life. You'll be amazed. And then we'll move on with our show once you do that. So we'll wait. That's a good face. All right.
All right, we're done waiting.
Enough of that. Enough of that silence. We can't have silence on this. People will stop watching. All right. So the topic today is financial sacrifice. We're going to talk about sacrificing money because this whole week we're talking about what it is to sacrifice and how important that is to our lives. Yesterday we kind of went through an overview on what sacrifice is and how, in general, that sacrifice really is like whatever that guy's name was, Jorge Bataya or something.
Ooh.
Something. I forget his name. Said sacrifice is nothing other than the production of sacred things.
Okay.
Yes, the guy who said that. And it really is. And with money, it's no different. There's a lot of usefulness that can be done when you sacrifice money. A lot of people can be helped by that. And I'm turning it over to Joe because he experiences on paper lots and lots of people's sacrificial lives when it comes to money. Don't you, Joe?
Yes.
You at least see it.
Yeah, they gave it all to me.
It
Yeah, money is generally on paper, so yep, that
is,
can
yeah. Yeah,
confirm.
right, yeah.
And I see all of it. Oh, you
You're like,
meant
hey,
something
there it went.
else.
Nice. But all right, so Jeff, take it away. And that's all you get. That's the intro.
Go for it, Jeff.
Did I say Jeff?
Maybe I'll watch it in the playback. But anyway, thanks everybody for being here.
Joe, you're messing with it. You're
uh,
messing with me, man. I don't know what to do.
so we're here today. We're talking about sacrifice. Sacrifice is a very um, broad-based topic. So if you weren't here yesterday, go back to yesterday and uh, check out what we talked about there because we have a very broad-based um,
Broad
kind of
based.
covering of the topic of sacrifice. We cover it very fully, and we cover it in such a way that you can think about it for the rest of the week because we're going to talk about the same topic for the entire week, and we wanted you guys to know certain things in order that you understand what we're about to talk about for the rest of the week. So we're going to make some broad-based assumptions that you understand that this is what sacrifice means. So when we talk about sacrifice, that doesn't mean you bought a cup of coffee. That's not sacrifice. If you go to
That's not.
the coffee shop and you give them $1 and they give you a cup of coffee, that's not sacrifice. You haven't given anything up. You gave $1 worth of paper for $1 worth of coffee. So it's important to understand what sacrifice is before we just jump right into financial sacrifice. So go back and watch yesterday's, but a quick summary is sacrifice is giving up something of your own for the benefit of another.
Ooh, question.
Answer.
If I go to get coffee and I actually go to one of those places where you pay $5 for $1 worth of coffee, is that financial sacrifice?
No, that's just dumb.
Okay. Question answered.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks. This has been our financial hour, brought to you by Joe. So anyway, if you like your Philly coffee, feel free to get it, but it's not $1 worth of coffee at that point. It's whatever you spend on it.
It's $1 worth of coffee and $4 worth of everything else they put in there.
Mm-hmm. Princess asked, what if it's for charity that the extra moment goes to? Oh, money. Money goes
Yes.
to.
She's on mobile, so yeah.
I know, it's tough. Being on mobile is tough. Yes, that is what we're getting to. Again, it's this idea of, hey, we're gonna give money. We're gonna give of our financial resources to help someone on a cause we deem greater than ourselves. And there's a reason that it's Joe and I have talked about something we deem greater than ourselves. And it's because if you don't think something is greater than yourself, well, you would just spend the money on yourself. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. Like if I didn't think that I wanted to spend money on things greater than myself, I'd just spend it on myself. In which case, I would, I'd be out, buying my $5 coffee and just start ripping into people for buying coffee that's super expensive. It's okay to have belly coffee. I'm not here to judge anyone.
It's good. It's good sometimes.
But that would be an instance where you're just spending all your money on yourself all the time, and that's not what we're here for. We're talking about sacrifice, and sacrifice, by necessity, involves giving something up. It's kind of inherent in the word sacrifice. It's not your standard transaction. It's basically, as we would in the financial sector, define it basically as a loss to you. Because it doesn't provide you anything of value, technically, in terms of, what you could value a company on. So if I'm a company and I donate, $10,000 to somebody, I generally don't see anything of that back. Like it's just, here's 10 grand, and the charity's just like, thanks, and then they go on their merry way, doing whatever they do. That in a company aspect, that doesn't make a whole lot of like, we're improving production or we're advertising or whatever we're doing. It's just, well, now you're at 10 grand, have fun. So it's really important to note that that's what we're talking about with sacrifices. If you look at it, there's not really a value coming back to you. And that's a good thing. That's kind of what we want to talk about. Is there have been so many amazing things done by people who gave of what they had with no expectation in return. There have been so many projects funded, so many charities funded that really changed the way that we look out for people, how we help other people. The American Red Cross, I think, is entirely privately funded. That might not be true, but the vast majority of many charities' budgets are personal donations or personal sacrifice. And if you think about how many charities there are out there and how much they do for other people, how much of that exists solely because people like you and me decided to give of what they had to make it happen. There's a lot going on out there that runs and depends on the sacrifice of individuals. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Joe, who's going to kind of break it down into the individual level.
Break it down. This is a part of Sprocket's Vervi dance.
Sprockets.
Yeah.
What? Am I in the wrong place
You're like,
again?
oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I was in the wrong place. Wow.
Oh.
All right. um, no, it's so true. There's so much good that can be done in the world with sacrifice of money. I mean, you look at how many people can eat or have a place to stay for the night. Or, I mean, I always see downtown Lansing, where I live, I spend all my days when I'm doing inspections just driving around. Just so I drive all through town and everything. And you see the homeless people on the corners with their cardboard signs. And then you go by the shelters and, certain times a day there's the big line outside the shelters, people wanting to get in. And the reason those exist is because of this very thing we're talking about. Because people have given of their money and other people have given of their time, which is what we're going to get into tomorrow, the sacrifice of time, which is another valuable resource. In fact, I would say the most valuable resource that we're given.
Mm.
But money, because money you can always go and make more, right? Time you can't. Time, once it's gone, it's gone. You can't get it. You can't get it back. But money, you can always go out and earn more and figure out ways to bring more into your life. And as you give, that helps other people be able to have a better life. Like they can then go, and like I was talking about with the homeless shelters, you always see the big lineup of people, waiting to get in. And you know that all those people now are going to get to eat and they're going to have a place to stay when they might not have had that before. And I think that's really, really cool. Another thing uh, is when you give to churches. I mean, Joe talked about with charities, their sole income in most cases is donations, private donations. That's what they live off of. Like they can't exist without it. Churches are the same way. And it's all based on the generous giving of the people that either go to that church or have some kind of a connection to that church. And the ministry itself exists on donations. And eh, that is all of us taking what we've earned and giving a portion of it, not expecting anything in return, not expecting that money to come back to us. We're just giving it because we want to help out. And what happens in your heart is truly amazing when you do that because it softens your heart. It makes you feel like you're doing something with purpose. It helps you to understand that there are bigger things in the world than you, because there are causes that can be funded through your effort along with other people's effort that then serve great multitudes of people. And it's really an amazing thing when you start to think about it, and that your tiny little contribution that you might not even think matters too much. I've been caught in that trap many times where it's like, man, what's I can't hardly give anything. I'm so broke right now. But when I do, that even that little bit gets added to everybody else's little bits and becomes a lot and becomes something that people can work with. And it's really an amazing thing. Now, the thing to watch out for in this is pride. Because as we give, if we can give, but if it's to get attention for ourselves, or because I mean, we've we've all heard of people that they're like, hey, I give this amount so the world can see I give this amount, so then they can see how great I am because I give this amount. And it's like you that's kind of undermining the whole deal for you. Not, I mean, the money's still going to go to the place and they're still going to use it, right? But
Mhm.
inside your heart, if you do it for that motive, now it's like Joe was talking about, it's just a transaction. You're doing something for something else in return. It's no longer a gift or a sacrifice. It's now something where it's like, I'm buying some attention. I'm buying myself some recognition, and it takes the spirit out of the transaction. But so I would like to hear Joe expound more on that aspect of how to watch out for those prideful thoughts creeping in, and also whatever else he wants to talk about.
Yeah, if you're just prideful about everything else, you don't have time to be prideful about giving him money. Um, no, and one of the things, if I think we've talked about it on the show before, but just to reiterate it, we talk often about these vices and virtues. Actually, it's probably not been on this show. It's probably Joe and Ryan talking about it on Don't Worry Wednesday.
We
But
can
we're
talk
gonna
about it
bring it
here
up.
though too.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it up a lot here too. So, in case you didn't know, there are a number of virtues and a number of vices. Vices are not good things. They're the opposite of virtues. They're bad things.
Mm.
One of them is pride, and for good reason. Pride is um, a very insidious thing that plays itself off as something good. Um, and I'll kind of give an example of that. Of one of the things we often like to think of is we tell people take pride in your work, take pride in such and such a thing. Um, and there's a level of yes, you want to be happy about the things that you're doing, and you want to be happy about where you spend your time. But what we actually kind of want there is more of contentedness and not pride, because what pride brings is if you're proud about what you do, if you take value out of what's in your work, when people say that's not good enough or I don't like that thing, it becomes an attack on you because that's where your value comes from, is this or that thing. So pride can be a very dangerous aspect of your life, no matter where it's in, whether it's in your giving, whether it's in your work, whether it's in um, just, I have no idea what your pride and in your pride. That's
Pride
a
in your
lion
pride.
thing.
That's like a double pride. That's like a double dose. Like
Yeah.
like a
Too.
double cup of pride,
Yeah.
Joe.
So it's just not healthy. I mean, you can be contented. Like if you're happy with what you do, you're happy with what you give. Like those are great things. Like be glad you can give. Be glad that you can do things. Like that's fantastic. But don't let your value come from that. And that's kind of where um, the evil of pride begins to kind of weasel its way into your life.
Hmm.
So be careful of that because it's easy to do. It's easy to say I give to such and such a cause, and you should too. And if you don't, you're bad or whatever. Like that's not how this works. Your sacrifice is going to be different than everyone else's sacrifice, and that's okay, and that's actually a good thing. So don't let pride of I do such and such a thing get in the way of letting others sacrifice and get in the way of you sacrificing. Um, one of the things I wanted to go into was that there's almost no limit to your financial sacrifice where it's you're never going to come to a point where it's not a good idea. I don't know that I've ever found anyone who's given up like more than they can, if that makes any sense. I've never met anyone who's been like, yeah, I gave away all my money to a good cause, and yeah, it was a bad idea.
Hmm.
Never met that person. And I know some pretty charitable people who give away lots and lots of their stuff. One of the great examples of this, and I think most people would agree without having to think about it very hard, is there's a film based on a true story. It's called Schindler's List.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's about a German businessman who uses his factory, his entire income to end up purchasing uh, Jewish people during the Holocaust. Basically, he either buys them or they go to their death. And we get to, if you watch it all the way through, there's spoilers. There's things happen. It's historical drama, so I guess there's no spoilers. If you looked at history, it just happened. Sorry.
Right.
Um, he gets all the way to the end, and Schindler, who's the main character, um, starts looking at all the possessions he has left. Like he's given away like the vast majority of everything he owns. And he looks down and he's like, "Oh, the watch that's still on my arm. I could have saved two people with this watch." He looks at like his car and he's like, "That car, I could have got rid of that car and saved five people." And one of the things that you start to realize when you sacrifice your finances, when you start to get rid of your possessions, is you start to discover it's not really worth that much anyway.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, your money isn't that valuable. It's what you do with your financials that has value. And so I want you to consider that as you go throughout your day, every single day. What am I doing with what I have? And is it worthwhile? Joe, I'm going to kick it back to you because that's all I got.
No, that's beautiful. And it's really I've heard this said before by financial gurus, people who this is what they do for a living. They talk about how to arrange your finances in a way to help you prosper and to help you be successful and all that kind of stuff. And they talk about the first thing you need to do is give some of your money away. And what it goes hand in hand with what you were just talking about so well, because it's like, what, if I've realized this, I was taught this, and then I experienced it firsthand, but if I'm stressed about money, then I know I need to give some of it away. If I'm feeling that financial stress, and I know a lot of us have gone through those times, you know many times probably. But if we're going through financial stress, the first thing to do is give some of that money away. Because what that does, it turns into what Joe was just talking about. Your money now has a purpose beyond you. When I'm stressed about something in my life, it's probably because I'm too focused on myself anyway. So what that does is it takes my focus off myself and what my money is doing for me, and it puts my focus on how my money is serving another person. And that releases the stress. That's like opening a stress release valve. Because it really, and it works. I'm telling you, it totally works. It puts your mind in the right frame when you're thinking about money, and it takes a lot of the stress away. So if you're feeling stressed about money, give some of it away. Find a charity that you believe in, you know, and give it. And that's why, I try to remember this tactic, as I go through my life, and as I earn money from my job and everything like that. It's like, okay, I know that if I'm clamoring for more money and I'm just like, and I'm starting to feel the strain, what I need to do is release some of it. Need to relieve myself of some of that money, and then the stress level immediately goes down. I start thinking about how purposeful my money can be. I start thinking about the people that are going to be helped by that, and from there it's just now the bad stressful feelings are replaced with good, purposeful, positive, light feelings. And it's truly amazing. I dare you to try it. If you've never tried it before, I dare you. So see what you can, do what you can do. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Did you have anything else to say about this topic, Joe, or were you pretty much wrapped up?
No, I was just going to run that gag where I said if you don't want your money, you can give it to us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go to Beans Studio. There is a spot where you can give money somewhere on there. I don't know where it is because I've never done it before.
Uh,
The accounting department tells me not to. So
Joe, you can just ah the
I'm gonna
financial. Uh,
I'm gonna pick on you forever about that.
I know you are, and I'm glad because it's a constant reminder to you as well as to me that
Yeah.
there are other ways to get financial assistance.
Yes.
BSS Studios.
Hey, what is that?
Where's
Let's go
that gonna
there.
go?
Let's see.
Oh, no way.
It's like can't be reached.
You should go to BSS Studio though and just hang out.
It's just
You
you
don't
just
have,
had an S on there. It's okay,
you
princess.
don't have to you don't have to actually give any kind of funding. What I meant by that was um, Joe and I have been running a gag all morning of like, hey, if you want to, you know, volunteer or whatever, just here's my PayPal. Go
Yeah, you should give me money.
give me money. So whatever you end up doing with your money, with your finances, with whatever you do with your life, um, make sure it's something that brings you joy and success.
Mm.
Um, we're not saying that you can't invest your money to like build something new and something great. We're not saying that's a bad use of your money by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-mm.
What we're saying is that you have resources that you can use for a great many things. And one of the things that you can do is give it away freely. And that will bring you a lasting happiness.
Mm. You'll be free from your money.
Hmm.
When you give it freely, it creates freedom for you, which is an amazing thing.
So that's
Right,
the
Joe?
yep, that's
You
completely right.
agree?
Yes, sometimes.
Good, we agree. We
That
agree
doesn't
today.
happen very often.
It
So yeah,
doesn't.
mark this
Sometimes we
in the histories of the Double Cup of Joe show. Joe
They
and
agreed
Joe
on
agree.
something. No way, it happened. That's amazing. So speaking of the show, go here. If you want to hear us talk about anything on Friday, we do
Ooh,
Free for All Friday. This Friday, we're going to be doing The Law of Attraction. It was by my Gary, who posted that in early April. And uh, so that's our topic for this Friday. If you want to hear us talk about something, Fridays are free for all day. And go to that link there, post a topic. We would love to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And right now, is there's no restrictions. We haven't come across a topic that we won't cover yet. And I haven't thought of anything that I don't want to cover yet. So you can try and post something and see, I bet you this one's going to get denied.
good luck.
Try it. Try it and see. Obviously we want to keep things family friendly, but hey, I'm willing to talk about whatever. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, and I mean for most topics that you give us, it's gonna be family friendly. I think there are a lot of topics that we naturally like to think are not family friendly.
Hmm,
They're very family friendly. It's just has to be approached properly.
right.
There are a lot of not family friendly ways to approach a lot of topics, and
That's right. Yeah, you can make any topic not family friendly,
yeah,
probably.
yeah. So
Yeah.
um, don't worry about whether or not it's like, oh, this seems taboo to talk about or whatever. Like we're okay with discussing topics that don't normally come up in a day to day conversation sometimes. So
Hmm. Absolutely true. And then also in the meantime, go here. You'll get to hear Princess in her lovely voice on the stream later this afternoon. Go there, follow BSS streaming. They will
yes,
be streaming some kind of game. I don't know what game it's going to be. It's a surprise. but you can always gamble your potarts, which is one of the most fun things I get to do.
Yeah,
And sometimes people freely give potarts. I've given potarts away. Oh, today it's D&D. All right, cool. Yeah, so but you can go and you can give me potarts. That's totally fine. You can give other people potarts. Potarts are the currency on the BSS streaming channel, uh, and it's super fun. So you should definitely go there, hang out with Ryan, Jesse, Princess, and Catsrook, and I think that's who the crowd will be there today. Um, they're awesome. If it's not, we will all be sad.
oh no.
4 p.m. today. Go there. It'll be great. Estimatedly. Estimatedly. Wow. That's an interesting word I've not heard before.
Did you have now?
I have now. Wow. I'm sure it exists.
It does. It's right there. You just
It's
read it.
That's awesome. But anyway, so yeah, go there and go to bss.studio and hang out here with us. We will be back tomorrow morning where we talk about the sacrifice of time, the greatest resource we all have because we only get 24 hours of it every single day. And what are we doing with our time? And to donate some of that is also a tremendously wonderful and sacred thing. So we're going to get into that tomorrow. It's going to be great. Don't pick on my words, Princess says. I love you, Princess. And I'm going to pick on your words because it's fun and because I love you.
Oof. Oof.
Just to make you smile and laugh.
Yep.
That's all it is. But anyway, you guys are great. Thanks for being here. We'll see.